We'd had such great times together in Rome, Tanya and I know I can always conjure them up with my next dish, Bucatini alla matriciana, one of Rome's most famous pasta. And there is a little difference in the way this pasta cooking begins. And this is traditional way back. And that is that you begin to cook the onion when you make the sauce with a little bit of water. Okay. And you take the hot water from the water that you have ready for the pasta, and you just add the onions, and you let them simmer in there. When the water evaporates completely, we will let the oil and proceed. Now, the main ingredient of the amatriciana sauce is the bacon or the guanciale or the pancetta, whichever one you have. But traditionally in Rome, they use the guanciale. So what is the guanciale? Guancia is the cheek, so it's the cured jowl of the pork. And it is cured with salt and aged. But you can see the difference between the pancetta and the guanciale. So we have it here. Let's use the guanciale. And you cut it not too thin. You want to be able to get the feeling of the bacon under your teeth. So you can see that they roll it up in curing it, and it's easier to handle. And we have this ready. That's enough. I will just crush the garlic. Okay. Let me put the bucatini to cook. Pot of boiling water, salted, and the bucatini, you want them long. The Italians, I can't stress enough, like their pasta long. Do not break their pasta. And as the bucatini are settling in there, they will give way and you will be able to mix them. So just let them settle in. Do not crack them, do not break them. The onions are wilted. The water has evaporated, and I will add some oil now. Set it to the side, add the garlic, let that caramelize, add the guanciale, and again I put it separately because I want it to render rather than to mix in with the onions who have a lot of moisture. And I want it to render the guanciale into crunchy little pieces, but not overcooked. I will add a little bit of peperoncino. Actually, not so little because amatriciana is gutsy. We're in Rome. A little bit of salt to the onions because the guanciale is cured, is salted. And we let that caramelize. Now this all gets cooked in a tomato sauce. Amatriciana is tomatoes, peeled tomatoes. The amatriciana also is called una salsa al filetto di pomodoro. It is used with a filetto of pomodoro. So what is filetto? Filetto is a strip. So it is the way you cut your tomatoes. You want to cut them in a strip, just like that. So if you're using canned tomatoes, and by all means, it's very acceptable, before you add it, just cut them in a strip. The guanciale is ready. Let's add the tomato and all of its juice. We let this simmer away By the time the bucatini are cooked, the sauce will be ready. Okay, the bucatini are done. The sauce is just right. Let me drain it well, put it right into the sauce. Now the bucatini is a pasta that continues to move as you're cooking it, as you're eating it. That's the fun of bucatini or perciatelli. And you know, it's really a fun pasta, and the Romans love their bucatini perciatelli. It's another element of excitement in their plate, the spices, the pasta itself. Okay, done. Okay, so now let it just finish cooking together and absorbing the sauce. Shut off the fire, like I always tell you, and then you add your cheese. And of course, when in Rome, you add pecorino, pecorino romano, but all of Italy, the southern Italy produces pecorino, which is a sheep's milk cheese, and they enjoy it. So the pecorino is intense, you know, sheep's milk cheese is more intense than cow's milk. And now this little capricious pasta here, just let it down and give it a twist so it has that sort of nest look. Again, Wait a few minutes, so if any strands will fall, they will fall. And you put it on, give it a twist again, and you can see how it's flowing. A little bit of sauce. I want a piece of guanciale there. Maybe a little more sauce. Okay. And some last pecorino. And with this zesty sauce, I chose a Montepulciano, a varietal that's fruity, that's not too complex. I think it'll complement beautifully. So let me taste it for you. Now, again, just twist your pasta like that. Pick it up, take a look. And if it's not all rolled up, you go once more. But perciatelli will continue to unfurl, if you will. So let me taste it for you. Delizioso. Another little bite. Let me taste the actual guanciale. Nice. Gutsy, nice bite. It sort of stands up to those squirming perciatellis. Delicious dish.